Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you live from my kitchen here. Always fun to be telling you where I'm making the videos from. I think as long as I stay right here, we're going to be all right because of the huge light that is behind my head. If you can see the steam coming up off of my coffee, it's actually because it's cold here in the middle of summer. Well, I guess it's the beginning of summer here in California, but this honestly is one of my favorite videos that I make yearly. This video is mainly due to my friends over at Wrestling DVD Network, formerly WWE DVD News. I can honestly tell you that I am falling behind on my DVD Blu-ray collection. I did pick up the best of SmackDown and Raw 2016, as well as the best of pay-per-view matches in my last unboxing, if you want to go check that out from WWE Shop. But as of right now, the Seth Rollins set just came out. I did go look to see if I could pick up a copy of that just a few minutes ago. WWE Shop was not offering the Blu-ray. Amazon seems to be sold out of the Blu-ray as well, so I'm going to have to keep my eye open for that one. The Kevin Owens Fight documentary will be coming out in 24 days here, as well as I believe the Roman Reigns set, which will be coming up after that. I missed out on... I never pick up the WrestleMania one until it's severely cheap on WWE Shop, but I missed out on the Royal Rumble set. My latest quest to pick up the Blu-rays was to get them as cheap as possible. I'm still waiting on the DVD Blu-ray set of DDP. I need to pick up that one as well. But my last sort of few ones I've picked up, I've got for on the cheap from WWE Shop using that $5, $10, $15 sale that they run most weekends. I hadn't missed one until that Royal Rumble one now, so I'm thinking that maybe they're just not ordering as many, and I'm not going to be able to use that sort of cheat anymore to pick them up. Looking over this list, it's the one they come out with every year, 14 DVD sets that are being considered for 2018. I know each and every year they do these, and some of these make it through and some of them never do. I'll go through these, basically right off of the bat. There's 3 unreleased sets, which will be a lot like the Hulk Hogan set that I believe came out in 2010, having a lot of matches that were from the MSG network, as well as just, Coliseum home videos, things that have never been released on DVD, never been released on Blu-ray, things that you would want to have in your collection of just old matches of things going down. These 3 sets are going to be Shawn Michaels, the Ultimate Warrior, and the Macho Man. I can honestly tell you in all 3 of these sets, if these sets get made, if these sets don't get made, it won't really break my heart. I can honestly tell you that when I think about matches that I want in my collection of matches of that I want to see from these guys when it comes to the Shawn Michaels matches, most of those matches are going to be already released on DVD Blu-ray sets. I don't think that Shawn Michaels actually has a Blu-ray. His last DVD set that would have came out in my mind would have been Heartbreak and Triumph, which would have came out somewhere around 2009, 2010. Always heartbreaking when a guy has a documentary set come out before his career is over, because we don't get them talking about the Undertaker matches of WrestleMania 25 and WrestleMania 26. A really great documentary that honestly I do watch every once in a while, but once it gets down to the point of them wrapping it up and his career's not over and him not going into the Hall of Fame, kind of weird. But if you think about, Shawn Michaels sets, he's got that very early DVD that came out, Boyhood Triumph. He's got another one from the Vault, Heartbreak and Triumph. I want to think that he might even have another one. Warrior, very recently, since him coming back to WWE and sucks to say is passing, has already got 2 sets. I believe it's Ultimate Warrior's Greatest Matches, as well as the documentary, which was made of him coming back to the company at WrestleMania 30, and that had even more matches on it. So we're at the point now where you're wondering what is going to be still out there that is still unreleased to have. Macho Man, I think he might have only got one set. I think he just got that one big one. So more Macho Man matches on DVD possibly would be pretty good. Another one being considered is the best of Shotgun Saturday Night. This is a DVD that honestly does not need to be made. This is one that... this is going to be a lot like the Falls Count Anywhere DVD that came out just a few years ago. This was honestly a real big waste of time. A Shotgun Saturday Night was a wrestling show. Shotgun Saturday Night has the stigma because a lot of people did not watch this show back in 1997, and that's why it's sort of become this archive footage that nobody's really seen before because nobody was really watching. If you listen to the... Bruce Pritchard podcast, Something to Wrestle With. He brings up Shotgun Saturday Night. They've talked about a few things that went down on that show. They've even put up on the poll for them to talk about it on the show as a topic, and it never really wins. That sort of shows me that people aren't really looking for this. That maybe WWE is just pulling at ties, trying to get something to come through that they can put out there and make some money on. WWE DVDs and Blu-rays were something that really pumped money into the company, and now with the WWE Network, it is a piece of them that is falling within the company. This is something that honestly doesn't need to be made. First few episodes was something that they really did care about, and then after that, it just all really went to hell. The best of Trish Stratus. They don't have a Trish Stratus DVD that came out since, I believe, 2001. This is one that honestly could get pumped out as long as Trish Stratus is involved in it, even though Trish doesn't look like Trish anymore, if you know what I'm talking about. I think this could be fun. I don't think it's going to be a huge blockbuster seller, but especially with them saying that, I was going to call them the divas, but the women superstars of WWE, your Charlottes, your Sasha Bankses, your Baileys. I'm guessing that more than likely we're going to get a set of them that comes out sooner than later, even though they probably don't have the guts to pump out the best of Charlotte. I think that could be something that could be really, really well. We'll follow this up by going with the best of Andre the Giant. Of all the sets that are on this list, this is honestly possibly one of the best ones that needs to be made. There's an Andre the Giant DVD that I believe came out around 2000. I think it even has an A&E autobiography or documentary, I guess is probably the words to say, on him that is very bad. It only has a few matches on it. Honestly, with the Simmons, Bill Simmons, formerly of Grantland and ESPN, he's going to be making an HBO documentary, which was talked about, possibly one of the reasons why Hulk Hogan would be coming back to WWE, because there's no way to make a documentary on Andre the Giant talking about his life, talking about his career, without having Vince, without having Hogan talking about that. So I think that possibly this could be a very good one. I don't think that it'd be the biggest seller, because there's so many wrestling fans out there that honestly have never even seen Andre the Giant battle in the ring. So we'll see what's going down with that. Last year, Ravishing Rick Rude was put in the Hall of Fame. It would make sense for them to follow up with the groundbreaking and controversial DVD set that would come out. I know that they put out a documentary set on Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, which honestly, once it came out, was pretty good. But in my mind, I don't know really what you could talk about Rick Rude that would be really putting it out there. He was a good wrestler. He had a great physique. He had some really big feuds that went down with Jake the Snake, Ultimate Warrior. He jumped ship. He went to WCW, became their champion when Ric Flair was gone. I don't really know what stories you can tell, and I honestly don't even really know who's going to tell the stories. Be the main sort of speaker in that for the Rick Rude documentary. From there, we go to the best of Bruno Sammartino. I've been talking about this each and every year I make this list. It seems that this is on there. I think that honestly, no one's going to want this. This is possibly something that's going to be putting people to sleep. I vote against this one. From there we go to the Wyatt family. Talks about since their arrival since 2013 and the Wyatt family being a dominant force in WWE. The Wyatts have not been a dominant force in WWE since 2013. They had their time. They've broken up. They've got back together. They've broken up. They got back together. They've broken up. They won the tag titles. Bray Wyatt did win the WWE Championship. He did lose it pretty soon after winning it. He won it at the Chamber. He lost it at WrestleMania. People thought that was going to be a big, long reign for him. It was not. I don't think that we need a Wyatt DVD for the one reason that they just don't win on pay-per-view. You can put a lot of matches from Raw and SmackDown on there. They win a lot of those, but that's it. Going back to talking about the women from the Best of Trish Stratus, they do have one on here about the Ultimate Underdog, which is in Bayley. I will vote against this because I believe that Bayley is pretty fun. She does have good matches, but I would want to see a set on Charlotte, and I want to see a set possibly on Sasha Banks. Maybe even WWE Rivalries, Charlotte versus Sasha Banks set. Showing all of their matches. I like her a lot, but it is what it is. I think that, the Women's Revolution set possibly would be better. You can possibly put that WWE 24 on there, talking about the careers of the women and what it leads to now with, the NXT Revolution coming in for that SummerSlam, with Team Bad, the Bellas, and the Submission Sorority. Hoping you remember that. Then we have on here on the list NXT's Greatest Matches Volume 2. Can't go wrong with that, but it is something that honestly is not going to be breaking the bank. I don't see a lot of people running to it. From there, we've got the 16 new DVD concepts for 2017 and 18. They think about a look back at 1998, Kevin Nash set, The New Day, Finn Balor, Kurt Angle, Charlotte Flair, and Goldberg. I think that if you remember the Batista set that came out with the Batista documentary about him returning to the company, and what it meant to him to come back to wrestling, as well as winning that Royal Rumble, I think that the Goldberg set, honestly, would be very good. I know that they had to have rolled a lot of footage. I'm surprised that there isn't a WWE 24. The word is that Goldberg already is out of the company. Maybe he will return someday, but his run is done after WrestleMania. So I'm surprised they didn't sort of cash in on that as soon as possible. Finn Balor honestly does deserve a DVD set, but I want a little bit longer because of the fact that he hasn't really been doing anything in WWE. He did all of the NXT stuff. He was there for years, possibly you can say too long. He came in, he debuted on the main roster, won a Fatal 4-Way, beat Roman Reigns, won the championship by beating Seth Rollins, and then was injured. He has returned. He has had better matches since his return. I think he's going to be the guy who beats Brock Lesnar. I know the word is out there that it's going to be Roman Reigns going up against him, but in my mind, I want to believe it, that it's Finn Balor that's going to be the guy to beat Brock Lesnar for the title. So I'm looking forward to that. So maybe they can push that back a little bit longer. We had to wait for the Rollins and Reigns set. They're coming out. The Rollins one's already out. Reigns is coming. Kevin Owens is coming up right now. So, I can wait a little bit longer for the Finn Balor set. If we wait another year, let him get some more good matches, let him get some good pay-per-view moments, we'll go from there. So I'll see you guys down the road. I can honestly tell you that I am going to be uploading this right now, and then I'll be making a few more videos that I'll be putting up on, the automatic upload. So you'll have to watch those over the next couple days. So peace out, everybody, and I'll see you guys down the road.